guys, Happy New Year, welcome back to my channel and I hope that you're all well. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like my body is bursting at the seams. I had so much cheese and biscuits at Christmas. I ate quite a lot of chocolate, but it was really the cheese and biscuits that I was really going for. Just feel like I need loads and loads of vegetables. Generally, I am quite a healthy person. I really enjoy cooking and I like eating vegetables. I like finding healthier alternatives of stuff that I like. Healthy alternatives of naughty type things. So in today's video I thought I would share with you a few of my top healthy tips, ways that you can be a little bit healthier in 2017. I don't diet, I never really have dieted. When I was a teenager I had a really unhealthy relationship with food. I used to think that if I didn't eat then I would be really skinny, so I just didn't really eat, and I just used to live on like a packet of peanuts, or I would eat loads and loads and loads and then I just wouldn't eat anything the next day. That is such a bad thing for you to do, and I really suffered from blood sugar problem. If I don't eat every 3 to 4 hours I get really shaky, I get major hunger, and I'm just a bit of a mess. I get really low blood sugars and it sends me a little bit loopy. 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and normally like some snacks. I don't normally have 2 snacks, it's like 2 snacks in the morning, 2 snacks in the afternoon. So yeah, I pretty much eat quite a lot of food. People always say to me, how can you eat so much? Like, you eat so much food, how are you not really fat? Like, you're so lucky. But it's not really about that. I think it's about the moderation and the fact that I'm not stuffing my face with loads of carbs. Quite easy just to make a few little changes to you and your kids' life that will benefit you a lot more than you think. First thing that I can't live without in my diet is coconut oil. I literally have no idea how I used to cook or live without it, and that is a real serious statement. You can't really see the label, it's well used. I go through pots and pots and pots of this. This one is from Tesco, it's the organic virgin coconut oil, and I use this for everything. It's such a multi-use product. You can use it in your hair, you can use it as like a balm cleanser to take off your makeup, but the main thing I use it for is for cooking. So I use it to cook chicken, vegetables, eggs. It's lovely in scrambled egg. I pretty much use this to cook everything. It's really good for you. I read this massive article once and it was like 1,000 things that coconut oil is good for. So I might link that below so you can see all the benefits of it. But if you're going to change one thing in your diet, then make it coconut oil. Swap the olive oil for coconut oil. Olive oil isn't like amazingly bad for you, but coconut oil is so much better. Always make sure that you get raw, organic, pressed coconut oil. There is one available that doesn't have a coconut like scent or flavour to it, but I really like that coconutty type flavour. I think it makes everything taste really nice. Next thing that I use pretty much every day is a natural nut butter, and this one is from Meridian and it's the coconut and almond butter, which is well nice, by the way. This one's brand new, I just bought it this morning because I go through it really quickly. So basically a natural nut butter doesn't contain any palm oil. Palm oil is not good for you guys. Old school peanut butter like Skippy's peanut butter or some of the supermarket's own brand, they will have palm oil in them and they will also have a lot of sugar and salt. So if you go for a natural peanut butter or almond butter or cashew butter, it's so much better for you, and the flavour is so much nicer. Like, it's really nutty, like roasted nuts. This one tastes a little bit like coconut. I wouldn't say it's as coconutty as I want it to be, but it does have a little bit of coconut in it, so it's quite oily. You have to mix it, but that's natural. It has a really nice flavour, and I use these a lot in porridge, which a lot of people are like, what are you doing? But I'll have porridge, like whether it's got a flavour like strawberries or raspberries or apples, and then I put a big tablespoon of natural nut butter in and it tastes amazing. If you have never tried it, then give it a go and let me know what you think, because I think it's really good. So I give this to my son Harry and he doesn't seem to tell the difference between this and the normal peanut butter with palm oil, so that's a good thing. Something else I use pretty much every day is a milk alternative, and the one I'm loving at the moment is Alpro's coconut milk. So I don't have an intolerance to dairy. I really love milk. Like, I'd love nothing more than to drink a pint of milk. I just don't know how good milk is for you. I'm not an expert, but I just think that you shouldn't have too much milk. Normally in the morning I will have normal milk in my tea or in my coffee, but for the rest of the day, if I'm going to have any milk, I will usually use an alternative such as almond milk, cashew milk, but my favourite at the moment, like I said, is this coconut milk, which is so good in porridge and in coffee. It does taste quite coconutty, so if you don't like those sort of flavours, then I would probably opt for a cashew milk or an almond milk. I have tried to give Harry a milk substitute and he can tell the difference. He doesn't seem to like it, so I'm still working on that one. It doesn't taste like milk. It's not really rich and creamy, but I think once you get used to it a little bit, you don't really miss having like normal milk. Next, I've got a bunch of vitamins that me and my family take. For me, it's the For me, it's the omega-3 fish oil, which used to be called liver oil, but it's now called omega-3. I take this for healthy skin, healthy eyes. I think it's really good for your brain. I think it's meant to be good for your heart and your cholesterol. So yeah, omega-3 is like a really good vitamin to take if you're not really sure what vitamins you should be putting inside your body. I don't really overload my body on vitamins. I don't take too many. I did go through a stage of taking everything under the sun, and I realised that I could get a lot of those vitamins from the food that I was eating, but I do think that you need a little bit of a boost in omega-3, especially if you don't eat fish at least 3 times a week. They look like this. I'll just show you what they look like because they're kind of scary. They're absolutely massive. These ones are huge. They are absolutely huge. And then these guys are a couple of vitamins that Harry takes. So he has these ones every single day. These are called Abadec multivitamin drops, and they are packed full of vitamin D and a lot of other multivitamins. And I was recommended these by a friend, but also I was told by the health visitor at Harry's 1-year check that they recommend that all children from 1 to 12, I think it is, take a vitamin supplement in a drink or like a chewy one, because we don't get enough vitamin D in this country, which I think is because it's like cold and cloudy all the time. It doesn't taste of anything. He has absolutely no idea that he's taking it. I put a little bit in his milk every single night. You could put it in water or juice, or if you've got a very cooperative child, then you're lucky, but you could put it directly into their mouth. It comes with a little syringe, like a medicine syringe. Yeah, and it's bright, I'll show you, it's bright yellow, like really yellow, so you don't want to spill that anywhere. The next one is a kind of new product that we have been trying out, and it is called the Little Beast Bubbly Multivitamins, and it's an effervescent, I think that's how you say it, please correct me if I'm wrong, an effervescent multivitamin, like a soluble tablet. So you basically put it in water and it dissolves and creates like a really nice blackcurrant berry type drink. It tastes a little bit like squash. I wouldn't say it tastes exactly the same. At first Harry was like, what is this? But he really likes it, and it's full of loads and loads of vitamins. It's a little bit like Barocca. So we take Barocca when we've got a hangover or if we're poorly, but it's a bit like a Barocca. They're really good. Also from Little Beast, we have the milkshake mix. So this is basically a powder, and you add water to it and it makes a strawberry milkshake. It's basically the exact same as having a Nesquik strawberry milkshake. It tastes the exact same, and sometimes we whiz it up with banana to make it even healthier and to make it like a bit of a thicker milkshake. And it's basically packed with calcium and fortified with lots of other vitamins and minerals, and it's just basically really good for you. If you want to know a little bit more about what's inside the powder, then I will leave a link below to all of the ingredients, but this is a really good one if you have a fussy child. Harry is really fussy, he doesn't really eat anything. Anytime I can get a bit of vitamin or goodness packed into him, then I'm happy. So Agave nectar is a alternative for sugar. I seem to have a lot of alternatives for things. Like I said, I try to find a healthier option of stuff that I like. Agave nectar I use in hot drinks. It tastes the exact same as putting sugar in, like no exaggeration at all. It's really sweet. You can use it instead of honey or instead of syrups. It's really good in porridge. You just swirl a little bit in. It used to be quite expensive. I think it used to be about £4 to £5, but now I think it's more like £2 to £3. This one's from the Groovy Food Company. They sell it in Waitrose. I'm pretty sure you can buy it in Sainsbury's. and probably a lot of other supermarkets now in like the health food aisle. It says our delicious agave nectar comes straight from the organically grown Blue Weber agave plant in Mexico. It makes a pretty groovy alternative to refined brown sugar and artificial sweeteners. So yeah, the other thing you can use it in is baking. I'm not sure of the ratio or how you convert it. I'll see if I can find something on Pinterest to link below. I try to have a lot of healthy snacks around, particularly when I'm at work, because when I'm at work in the office there's always cakes and treats around. There's always donuts and chips and just really yummy good stuff that sometimes obviously I do have, but I do try to opt for a healthy option where I can. I try to put things like this in my drawers. So I've just picked these up. I actually haven't tried these yet, but I know these are going to be great, and they're from the company Graze, who do the Graze boxes that come through your letterbox that have 4 little pots of healthy snacks in them. But I had to stop getting a Graze box because I was getting it once a week and I was eating all 4 pots in one day. I picked up these today. They're called the Punchy Protein Nuts. I think they're basically just loads of tasty nuts. I think they've got chili and lime on these ones. There's cashews, almonds and peanuts by the looks of it. And these I have tried, and I've just picked up a new bag of them this morning because they are amazing. These are by Naked. If you haven't heard of Naked, they do loads and loads of really nice healthy food. They do lots of little I don't know what you call them, they're like bars. They're not cereal bars, but they taste like chocolate. Like, they're basically all raw, and they have dates and cashews and all sorts of nuts in, and some like raspberry flavours and all natural flavours that basically make them taste heavenly. And Harry absolutely loves them. He thinks that he's having a treat every time he eats one, which is a winner for me because it's just dried fruit. These ones are their posh bites, and they're cocoa and raspberry flavour, and I think they're sort of meant to be for, you know, when you go to the supermarket and you see the big sharing bags of like Revels and you pick them up and basically eat the whole thing yourself without sharing. I think they're meant to be for when that happens. So instead of picking up the chocolate, try and pick up some of these. If I could explain the flavour, it would be like a chewy chocolate raspberry sweet thing. Not really that good, but it tastes nothing like everything that's in it. So I'll tell you what's in these ones. 49% dates, 23% cashews, 18% raisins, 5% cocoa, 3% rice flour and 2% raspberry. Everything inside these is good, but they taste so good, and to be honest I wouldn't feel guilty for eating the whole bag. So this one is really simple, and if you have access to a tap, which most of us do, then you can do it, and it is to drink more water. I have just got this really cool Hydrate Mate bottle for Christmas, and I am drinking tons. I think they're quite expensive for what they are, but I must say I am drinking double what I normally drink. I tend to get through about 1.5 litres a day, which I know sounds like a lot, but it isn't really enough. I'm always thirsty. Since I got this bottle, I'm just drinking tons, and it's all psychological. So basically the Hydrate Mate bottles have times on them, so 8 AM, 9 AM, 10 AM, 11 AM, 12 AM, 12 PM, and then when you get to 1 PM you refill it again and drink it all, and then by the time you've done 2 of these you've drank 2 litres of water. Simple. It just does something to your brain. It's like mind-boggling. Just looking at these times just makes you think it's a race and I must complete it. I've done really bad today. I've had like no water, but I will catch up. Water is so good for you. It's like one of the best things you could do for your body. Really want to get one of the kids ones. They've just started doing kids ones. They're like, I think they're like half the size, like, or perhaps 700 mils or something. But Harry is always using mine, and he keeps biting like the top of it, but he's always using mine, and he seems to really love the idea of this bottle, so I really have to get him a kids one soon. Other things that I do to ensure that we're going to have a healthy week is that I do a meal plan every weekend, and I buy specifically for that meal plan, and I don't really go outside of that. We normally have a takeaway once or twice a week, so quite a lot really. Usually it's a Wagamama's, or now and again we'll have a pizza. So yeah, I do eat crap food as well. I just try to eat healthier on the other days. I use a lot of Joe Wick's Lean in 15 recipes. I should have brought the book up really to show you, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I've got all 3 of his recipe books. I think they're bloody amazing. They're really, really simple recipes. Most of them only take 15 minutes to half an hour. which is perfect for me and my family. Harry seems to eat all of the recipes that I've cooked so far, and he's really fussy, but I think that shows that they're really simple, like uncomplicated recipes, but they're really good for you at the same time. Those are all my top tips for getting a little bit healthier in 2017. In my next video, it's going to be focusing on exercise a little bit more, but it's going to be tailored to busy parents, busy mums and dads, but also some exercise that you can do with your little ones. So look out for my next video if that's something that you want to see. Thank you for watching, and if there's any tips for getting healthier this year, always on the lookout for healthier alternatives, so please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video.